Don't look at me, I'm hideous. Jesus. I don't think I want to do this tonight. I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. That's what she said. Shut up. Click the button. Don't look at me. Jesus. Hi. I guess we're starting now. God forbid that things actually work properly. We had a hard time getting started today, so pretty much like every day. Yeah, it's pretty much me actually. Yeah, it happens. But what would you do? What would you do otherwise? If I didn't come stumbling into this thing like a fucking moron. Hey guys! Dun, 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 dun. I'm here. Oh my god. I'm gonna try and I quit. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm fucking done. Oh, I would shut this up, but it won't let me. That's how dope my computer is. Oh yeah. I was just bragging the other day about what a piece of shit computer I'm using to Missy, and she's like, "Yeah, it's a piece of shit." I was just like screaming in the background. I'm trying to pull up Chrome. Yeah, Chrome is intensive. I said, "Oh, it's taking up 25% of my CPU." But why, when I open Chrome, if I showed you this, it might crash the system. But let me show you. If I can show you, if it'll let me. No, it's not gonna let me. I'm trying to figure out why there are 35 Chrome things open under services. Like, what are those things? What are they using? It seems like it's a bit much. I think I'm gonna have to change to Opera or something that doesn't suck. What happens if I hit? Apparently, that shuts me off completely. Dope, outstanding. At least I figured it out, so that's good. Oh, I should. I gave John a host link earlier, and he was like, "I don't know about this link." I'm like, "You can be the host too." I don't know. In that moment when when it shut off, I was thinking he should have had the host screen. He could have let himself in. Yee.
ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Whoa.
Magnets!
Daddy, chill.
Guess who?
Emotional damage!
Help me understand what it is that makes white people so
I got to
afraid.
the Senate 180 years ago.
Who is this?
Better than anybody else. And you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state. My state is the 8th largest black population in the country. My state is anything from a northeast liberal
Get
state.
your words straight, Jack.
Get the fuck out!
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Get out!
You can't handle the truth!
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Just lose it. Go crazy.
My name is Jeff. Hello?
Hey.
Daddy.
Giggity, giggity.
Oh my.
Welcome to it officially, Shelf Help Show Season 2, Episode 2. I put together a little entertainment for you today. I did the doodle for two people. First and foremost, John, because he loves hearing about my penis. And secondly would be, maybe three. Okay, maybe three people. For Rebecca, my heart. Just for her, I said, honey, I made you a doodle. And she's like, I can't. What? Yeah. I didn't watch it since last night when I made it. I sent it to her after work today. And I was laughing so hard rewatching it myself because it's freaking funny. I think it's hilarious. I was laughing so hard that I choked on my own spit, and I'm still suffering. Yeah, that's how hard I laughed. And she didn't make her laugh anymore. I was like, wow. I dick you down real good, baby. No, I think that was funny. Now, okay, well, I'm a child. I'm a fucking child. What can I tell you? With that in mind, my child in crime, or my partner in crime, he laughs a little less about ridiculous things than I do, but on the inside, I can tell he's giggling like a 12-year-old boy. He's the transplanted double. This is John Trapp.
I thought we were going to keep that a secret. That you know what was going on in my insides. I thought we were keeping that a secret.
Oh yeah, I can feel.
I did laugh. I thought it was funny. It was very.
I saw you guys in the green room. Missy was like, bah!
She laughed at all your jokes, so
she does. She thinks
I keep you grounded. Yes.
Yeah. That says Rebecca apparently. Isn't this funny? No, 57 seconds of doodling about my wiener. Well, here's the good news, sweetheart. I bought the program. I have 600 templates I can play with. Plus, I can convert any YouTube video. It'll give me the dialogue in writing, and then I can doodle according to that. And then I don't know, a bunch of other shit too. So I'm gonna be making some stuff to put on YouTube probably. I'm gonna be one of those guys who like steals like Jordan Peterson clips because I do it anyways, and then repackage it under the Shelf Help Show brand, and then we'll be like Shelf Help Show. Jordan Peterson moments, and then he'll tell a story, and there'll be a doodle to go with it. What do you think? Doodle.
I love.
I have this other video creator too that it makes like 15 to 30 second and 1 minute spots. That if you, well, I'll find one later and I'll show you. But the idea is, if you wanted to, you can sell them to people who want to advertise for whatever industry that they don't know how any of that stuff works. You can make it for them. If they want to get their little videos out there. I'm a plumber. I plumb things. Plums are delicious. Call me, or whatever. Yeah, I don't watch late night TV, but obviously I watch late night internet stuff.
And infomercials.
Buying now, and I'm like, this is a click funnel. This is gonna trick me. Buying now, I'm following it all the way down. Ooh, it's a really long funnel. Woo! Here's another offer. Woo! Another discount. Just keep going. The discounts get deep. Regularly $10,000 tonight. One simple payment for 40% of the shit we just told you about, but we're not going to tell you now. $79.99. Here's another coupon. 49. Here's another coupon. 39. How much is this shit really worth?
10 cents.
I paid $40 for it, so that penis noodle to me was just worth it. That was worth $40. So laugh.
No, that was funny. That was good.
Yeah,
That was good.
thanks. I'll make one for you. You just have to come up with a topic.
Okay. I still like the idea of the chick taking a picture of her snatch, and and instead of showing one of those wrinkled cats, it's my face.
Yeah, have your
I
face.
still think that's going to be outstanding.
I will do it. I can do it. I saved that video so I can make it for you.
As soon as I saw that, I went, wouldn't it be so much funnier if it was just my face that she saw there instead of a wrinkled cat? I thought that would be good.
Yeah.
That would definitely be good.
Now, are you insinuating that your face looks like a vagina, or there's a face print of yours on her vagina, or you were hiding there?
It could be any of the three that you just mentioned.
All right, fair enough.
I'm just saying, it's possible. I like how you yelled at me, hello, and I'm like, Link? I'm sitting here like...
Missy's going to teach you how to copy and paste out of Messenger, so...
No. You didn't even send it to me in Messenger. You sent me the host link, and then you sent me the new link.
I got distracted. I don't know what happened.
And plus, I did, by the way. I copied and pasted, so both of our emails showed up at the same time.
Oh.
But I clicked on yours because I felt you put the effort through. I wanted to do that for you. So
I don't really need my effort of sending an email to be paid off. Send an email, man. I thought we had a better relationship. I told you. You want a video chat? We can do that. I don't like texting. I don't like email. Oh, well, how about you do it my way instead? No? Why isn't this working? What if I stop my feed?
Then I just call you on Instant Messenger anyway for Facebook, and you answer, so it's fine. That's the way it works.
Hey, welcome to Shelf Help Show Season 2, Episode 2. Officially, we're going to do a few things tonight. We're going to start with some missing persons, some lore, and some, I don't know, why the hell are they missing? Where'd they go? And see if we can solve some mysteries. And
so whenever we talk about conspiratorial things, I have my...
I like that. That's
okay,
nice.
I'm just letting you know. I made this. It's actually baseball cap form instead of...
That's what she said.
Nice.
I have that for whenever we talk about UFOs and conspiracies. I'm just
saying. That's perfect. Part 2, we're going to do news, traffic, and weather. We're going to talk a little bit of shit about the State of the Union. Some things that are standing out right now. I don't know if I'm going to dig into the Great Reset right now. That might be too heavy for everybody.
How about the New World Order, brother?
That's part of it, sir. That's part of it. Klaus Schwab.
Yeah, I have a list of topics that I would love to throw your way. So
good.
I want to hear what you think about these subjects.
I want to share with you the Convention of States. It's an organization that, is basically trying to prevent the elected government from getting out of control or more, continue to stay out of control. And it's a way that you can curb them, curb their enthusiasm, so to speak. It's what happens before you do a revolution, because the founding fathers never wanted that to happen again. So we'll see. You can always pray, or you can always tuck your head in there, dig your head in the sand, and play your video game, smoke some weed, jerk off, and go to sleep. So either way, hey.
I did want to tease something though. I don't know if you're familiar with the lore how Paul is dead. The whole theory of Paul McCartney actually died in the car accident and they replaced him.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You knew? Okay. Well, I think the same thing happened to Howard Stern. So definitely think this is a different person.
Well, he's part of the cabal. So I mean, you want to be a billionaire, you're going to have to drink the baby's blood. So
yep,
good stuff. And then lastly, hold on, I remember paranormal stuff.
Okay,
I thought I had a cool name for it, but then I literally wrote out the show notes 3 different times because I forgot to copy it and paste it in another doc just in case I screwed up, and then I screwed up twice. I had to retype it. It was really good the first time. I think I had like pithy things that, I think the titles were better. I'm not sure. Finally, the third fucking time that I typed it, I copied it, I put it in a doc, saved it, and then I was like, all right, tonight we're gonna do some shit. All right, see you later. So yeah.
She just laughs at every single thing you say. She does.
Funny. I'm funny.
I mean, you are funny, but you're not that funny.
My timing is pretty spot on, and it's not over 16-year-olds' heads. So, everybody can enjoy
And
my
what does
type.
that mean?
Nothing about you. Just in general, my humor can pander to just about anybody is all I'm saying.
Well, he's pandering to
12-year-old
you.
boys.
That's
Yeah,
what he
absolutely.
says.
Yeah,
Pandering.
that's good. She has
John,
12.
I laugh at you
She
too.
laughs harder at the penis doodle. Everybody, it's Mama Fox. We got Missy on board. Welcome. Missy's
That
going
doodle
to.
was fucking hilarious. I just gotta say,
It was fun.
hilarious.
It was.
It took me off at first second. I was like, wait, what? I misread that, right? And no, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I did. So last time we talked, Missy and I kind of high leveled some 411, some missing people stuff that we were going to do. Then I gave her a book, and then I gave her a link to where I get my books. And then I said, "Hey, did you read more into that book, meaning the first one?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah, I read them all." What? Thanks for the link. There's 9 million books. Did you get to the end? Like, what are you gonna do with the rest of your life? Jesus.
No,
She's
I read
little voracious. Yeah.
a little bit.
So you
A
feel
little
like
early this week.
you feel like that gift of access to those that library was that better than 15 minutes of sex with a hair pull?
Considering I don't remember what that feels like, hell yes.
Oh, bad panda.
It's the best I've had in a while.
You're saying the 411. You had to call 911 after you were done. Just saying.
Oh, you smoke after sex?
I do now.
Depends on how fast I'm going.
Depends if the lubricant's flammable.
Yeah, you want to get silicone base that doesn't break down. Viscosity breakdown is a bitch. I feel like I made some other things.
I got into the 411. I'm about halfway through, but then I found 2 other books that I thought were kind of better, so I read 2 other books.
That's awesome.
I watched the movies.
I'm excited. Yeah, I watched the movie and I glanced at the book. So, I made this also for us. But
I printed the book that the one book, and I started reading some of it. So
wasn't worth the print. Just saying.
Well, I know you don't like the way that they're set up, so
yeah.
I mean, it's just case studies, and
well, the other ones are too.
Right.
Did you?
It gets better later in the book when I didn't like the beginning the way he grouped them together, but once he gets into like just the states, they're grouped by states, it gets better. I was okay with that.
I would also think the newer ones would be better because there's more information and more story probably. And he probably was able to interview actual live people, instead of reading from a newspaper. Yeah, instead of talking to dead people.
So far, no interviews, but a lot more newspaper articles that he was able to find.
Gotcha.
And then I read another one that just had like 10 case studies. Much more information on them, much more backstory kind of. And then I read one that was multiples. So like a family or Roanoke was in there, which I have a fascination. I always have since I was a teenager.
I love that story.
Yeah, I was a little pissed because I do know the story and the author was wrong. I'm like, check your information before you print.
Oh, shit. That's why you have editors behind you.
Yeah.
And fact checkers,
Yeah.
I could write a book and my editors would just need to rewrite the book for me because it would just be all bullshit that I made up, or to the best of my memory, and I would just say it's a fiction. Then that would just make it easier, so you don't have to worry about it. Because I just state like facts, like you guys, 85% of X. If I ever say 85%, I'm making up a statistic. I know it's high, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. But 85%, that's a tell, guys. 85% of people.
Write it down, John.
Dissatisfied with.
Made me remember something else I wanted to talk about later, so that's why I'm doing that.
Write it down. Guys, it's huge. It's out of control. 85% of people have said that they think that the government is not looking out for us, and that's probably actually more like 90%. Candace Owens, New York Times. You know that one?
Which
From
part?
Okay, cool. You don't. You would know just based on that. We'll do that one during news, traffic, and weather.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. Candace Owens, what is your opinion on X? Same as yours. What? This is not our opinion. Oh, it is your opinion. That's where I learned it from you guys. They're like, no, we're not for that at all. Yes, you are. Look, because here's another one. Here's another. This literally is from you. You actually wrote this specifically.
Right.
It's beautiful to see. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
Love that.
she's awesome. I had a buddy of mine call me today and talk about the NFL trades, but he was like, and by the way, Candace Owens is beautiful. And then he was like, goodbye. And he hung up. I was like, okay. She is.
Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Sure.
Smart.
Well,
I tell you, it's somebody that has gotten smarter and smarter, though, and more educated on the topic of politics in the last 3 years. It's been amazing. It has been absolute. Yes, it's been amazing.
Yeah, because she's had her ass handed to herself going in unprepared. She was like the head of her class in high school, and then she all of a sudden went to Harvard, and then people were like, hey, I have an idea. Why don't you not say crazy shit until you actually have a basis for your opinion?
Right.
Because if you just parrot other people's shit, you lose all respect. Correct. That was like Joe Rogan. Hey, maybe don't use other people's talking points to try and back something up because you sound crazy.
Right.
Say, oh, no offense, just want to give you a pointer.
We should rename this show The Church of Joe Rogan.
Shit. Yeah, time to not just repeat the gospel, you know. Got to be careful.
I don't think you heard what I said.
What'd you say?
Oh, I said we should rename this podcast The Church of Joe Rogan, I think. Amen.
Or The Church of Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Peterson would be more church. Joe's more like street preacher, I guess.
There you go.
He's a huge liberal. He's a huge freaking.
No, he's not.
If you break down his stuff, he's super liberal, which is funny because everyone's pilloried him, but that's a Jordan Peterson word. Pilloried. Yeah, definitely more of a JP. He's my new
Jamie,
JC.
look that up for me.
Pilloried. Hey, fuck that. They left. Okay. Let's see if the door slams tonight.
I was going to say the door's open right now for those watching at home.
There's no wind, except for that which I broke. Nobody.
Wow, she didn't laugh at that. I thought she'd laugh. I was waiting.
Okay, yeah, fart jokes are not my thing. You know, penis jokes, sure.
There's no wind except that which I broke. No? Nothing.
No. Wow. I had 3 brothers that got old really fast.
Oh, yeah. I guess when they're farting in your mouth.
Oh, no. What?
No.
They were younger than me. That didn't happen.
My parents taught me not to be discussing. Strangely, even my sister was like, don't.
Quit raising up that eyebrow there, John.
What? So you guys
like
collect or
what?
What is this? You guys want to collect any resources you might need for the missing? We're gonna start it in 1 minute. Menon. I could probably just make doodles and just have an hour of doodles.
Oh, No, don't.
Oh, she's one of those. Oh, Jeff, we could have a lot of fun with this.
No,
Oh.
don't you dare.
Wait a minute.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna.
I'm telling you, don't do it.
I feel like
those TikTok videos. There's a
All right.
TikTok video of this husband and wife, and every time she comes home from work, he does that to her, and she goes, "No, I'm not going to do it." And then she,
Oh yeah. You know
oh,
what?
it's great.
Yeah, she loses it.
Oh, I love it.
Sympathetic gag reflexes are horrific. Yeah.
You have to turn your monitor off.
Sorry, we won't talk about it anymore. Especially if your girlfriend watched that video and then this is not mine. This is years ago. Girlfriend, you know what's the terminology? Horked down. Hork. That's good. Horked down on the snotty end of my love stick. And that gag reflex. No good. No good because she started retching and then I started retching. And then,
How romantic.
Yeah. And then when I finished, while I was retching, I was like, that was intense. Let's do that again.
Now I understand when those guys hang themselves while they're jerking off. Oh, no, that's not what you said.
That's it.
Sorry. That's
I
right
just
away
had
what I was thinking.
had
I was like, wait a
multiple-
minute, Jeff, explain that situation. What was that sensation you felt? Hold on, let me get my belt.
Basically, all my sphincters were just contracting, all of them, you know, all the smooth muscle. And you know, I looked it up later. Why? There's a reason. They're related. Hi, have you met? I'm your asshole. Okay, so back
Hi,
to
I'm
the
your
show.
asshole.
Self-help show. We are starting with missing what person?
411.
Missing 411. So, if you want to know more about Missing 411, we'll tell you a little bit more about the end. Missy, I'm going to have you lead. Are you okay with that?
What am I doing?
I think you're going to.
Missy, do you want to come on the show for the missing person stuff? Yes, send me a link. Cool. Hey, why am I here?
Am I just reading?
How do you want to do it? We can.
Why am I echoing?
We should have planned ahead, but we'll get better next time. Which book are you going to be in? And John and I can make sure we have it, or he has the.
I only have the one, so I only have the Eastern United States one.
Okay. So, Eastern United States one. Do you have a hand? Let's find it. We'll read some stories and we'll talk about it.
Yep.
I'll let you starting point if you like, or if I get it pulled up fast enough. I'll do that. Oh, what the hell is this? No, I wasn't trying to do that. Explicit sex stories. Nope, that's not the right one. It's the one. Oh, it's not the right one.
Wrong book. Hold on.
Whoops.
Yeah. 150 erotic tales for bedtime. Nope.
Are you looking in my Kindle or what?
I did try.
That was good.
Nice. I did try.
I made him laugh.
Yeah, nice.
Women aren't funny. They have moments of funny.
Yeah.
I did use Amazon Poly, which is their voice. Their text-to-speech voice, and I did have her read some erotic stories to me. That was nice. I enjoyed it.
What accent was it?
This is not what this is for. I'm like, this is what I'm using it for.
What accent did you go with?
Oh, his name was Chad. He was Australian.
Oh yeah, that's my preference too. Yeah. Good.
It made sense because it was.
You could pick an Irish chick to fucking read an exotic story. Yeah. Oh my god!
300 accents.
Oh. Oh, there goes my shillelagh.
Oh, that's not a shillelagh. That's your wiener. Okay. Why am I having a hard time finding this thing?
Because you're thinking about my wiener.
Oh, your wiener.
Now he is.
Hey.
You got the Costco
Sorry,
size, huh?
Wrong one.
It's almost empty too. I'm just saying.
I have a lot of stuff on my computer.
What? I gotta moisturize my head.
Eastern United States. There we go.
I have ashy elbows. See, look how red my elbow is. Oh, it's ashy.
Uh-huh.
I don't wonder for that.
Got the shiniest penis ever, though. Just shiny.
It's soft.
It's
I don't know personally.
It's just so soft. It's like you lotion a lot. Maybe.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, we'll try open with Caliber.
This is what happens when he's not prepared. He leaves us
to our own devices.
Yeah.
It's like, give John a little lotion and you never know what could happen. Wait a minute. I don't think that's...
I guarantee you'll finish.
No. I'm like, John, why are you grabbing your own nipple? What? Nothing. Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Ebook reader. I use Caliber for my ebook reader. There's a billion options. You can download other books online. It'll search by title and find you ones that aren't unlocked yet. You know what I mean? Speak up.
Is he echoing, John, or is it just me?
It's his computer. You can hear his fan. I think it's the fan on his computer.
No, I know the fan, but even on my voice, I got a feedback.
No, I don't hear any echo for either of you.
Could just be me.
I can hear it.
Oh.
Oh, you can?
I don't know what's causing it. Apparently, my computer's working really fucking hard to open this app. Jesus.
Yeah, I could hear it. It's like... By the way, Missy, have you ever seen Twin Peaks?
Yes, love it.
Okay, so just look at the fan on his ceiling. Laura? Laura? Every time I see a fan when I'm on Zoom or in a meeting or anything, that's the first thing I think of. I'm like, ah.
Mine is in the dark, but it's there.
Laura?
Seen the original or the remake?
I tried season whatever was considered 3 or whatever. I just couldn't do it. I watched a couple episodes and I was like, no.
I technically say I watched it, but I couldn't tell you what happened in the last few because I didn't pay attention. Like it just wasn't the same.
Do me a favor.
Yeah. Start.
My shit's
Oh.
Start what?
Okay. So I'm gonna start reading.
Are you gonna read? Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get the fire ready. I got the fire ready.
You guys can still see me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna start introduction.
Are you gonna read the whole book?
Well, what do you want me to do, John? Where do you want me to start? You just want me to start at the case studies?
Just start with case studies. So let's pick a single case study that has.
I don't know if I like how she said that. What do you want me to do, John?
She's like, listen, I'm not a decision maker.
I asked this in the beginning.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Tell me where we're starting. Table of contents. Clusters, unique factors, and disappearances, missing people. What sort of introduction do people need to know that sets the stage for this book?
I think really the only thing is like, where did it go?
That's really good. You write that
is unique factors. He considers rural. I hate that word. Rural settings.
Sounds like you're drunk when you're saying it.
I know. I've never been able to say that word. Stupid word.
Hey, you want me to just read? I'll read the intro. I don't mind.
Okay.
Wow.
Can I?
Wow, because
I just found it. I think it'll be a good intro. I was originally led to the story by an off-duty ranger at a national park I was visiting. They informed me of a series of missing person cases at the parks that were not getting any visibility in the press, and they felt that there might be a series of similar cases at the other parks. That one meeting set me on a 3-year study of the missing people topic, which led to 2 books highlighting 411 stories. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know the format was for the amount of stories. It's not just information. Cool. The most interesting and fascinating portion of the study on the missing people is the discovery of clusters of missing in various areas of North America. The clusters were identified after years of research and hours spent while I studied maps. The following are the clusters that were identified in the eastern section of the United States. So you have Oklahoma-Arkansas border. There are probably 12 people missing. Great Smoky Mountains, probably 10 people missing. Georgia, Alabama. They said borders? Is that what you're saying? Or these are just sections?
Just sections.
When you give me northeast Minnesota and tell me there's 3 people missing, that doesn't sound like a big deal. Northwest Minnesota, 5, 6 in Maine, 8 in Michigan, New Hampshire, 5, Northwest Virginia, 4, Pennsylvania, the entire state is a cluster. South Vermont, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 8 people missing. Unique factors and disappearances. The factors I'm describing relate to the entire study and not solely to this book. Many of these factors are evident in the eastern United States, while others are in the West. As you read the story behind each missing person, you'll start to hear a consistent theme that includes facts found in other disappearances of missing individuals. Part of the criteria I used for a missing person case to be included in the books corresponded to the number of factors included on the list that were evident in the story. Here are a few of the factors you'll find in many of the cases outlined in the book. So, rural setting. This is all the missing people outlined in this project disappeared from a rural setting, not a city or downtown location. There were usually no witnesses. There was significant cover and difficult terrain. That sounds like, you get lost there, right? Dogs. For some unknown reason, dogs played a major role in many disappearances in the eastern United States. Many of the cases involved children following their dogs into the wild. Those bastards. Bloodhound. Canines can't track scent. A very unusual trend I found in many of the cases where the expert tracking dogs were brought to the scene of disappearances and were not successful at doing their job. The dogs were given the scent via a person's shoe or worn shirt. They were brought to the locations where the person was last seen, and they either refused to track or couldn't pick up the scent. This behavior has occurred too many times to ignore, and it's not understood why this happens. So, a tracking dog, that's literally what they do. A dog's olfactory senses are something like 20,000 times greater than humans. And then you take these hound dogs, like the Blue Ridge hounds, where the red fern grows, those type of hounds. They died, by the way.
You suck. No, just kidding.
That's your reading level, America. Enjoy it. The best book you'll ever read, because that's as far as you can understand. The dogs die. Okay. That's for the next segment. But for those dogs, if a regular canine is 20,000 times greater, these dogs, the surface area inside their head and their snout is like 50,000 times greater. So it doesn't take anything for them to pick up on a scent and go for it. So what would stop them?
And I gotta say, having read ahead, and I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a few that I'm like, whoa, yeah, like that. Yeah. That's weird. I am gonna. Yeah. But there's a whole lot, like there was a snowstorm, there was a downpour, there was extenuating circumstances, dude. Right. I just wanted to reach to the book and like strangle them.
Right. So like these are all the things that are similar. Like that's a Big Venn diagram. Can we really get to like what are the main topics here? Mm-hmm. John, I'm gonna have you take. I'm sorry, Missy, I'm gonna let you say one word. I'm gonna have you take over at fever, and then I'll read the disabled and impaired, and then John, you pick up like I don't know, swamps and briar patches.
Okay.
Several cases in the East involve disabled children who disappear. Initially, and if I remember, so we're going like 40s to current time. And that was a weird grouping. Initially, I believed that this was occurring because of the disability, but the more I read and understood about these cases, I think the number are too high for a random occurrence. I don't understand why so many disabled children disappear, but the numbers don't seem coincidental. I mean, what is the percentage of disabled children amongst the population? It's like less than 5%.
Depends on, yeah, I mean,
blind,
for
like
just for the conversation, I would say
simple.
5%. It depends what you
Okay.
consider disabled, but yeah.
Right. I mean, if you take trans people out, like they're
Well,
they're
that's a
not.
mental thing anyway.
Oh, that's right. You're not born that way. You're made. Fever. Would that be you? Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Wait, and what am I reading to?
Fever to afternoon disappearance. 4 paragraphs.
Okay. I have discussed with physicians about the children who return from being missing who have fevers. When they are examined, physicians noted in the articles can't find reason for the fever, and the physicians I spoke with couldn't explain it. Only a handful of those incidents were described in articles, but I believe children returning with fevers had occurred many more times than noted. The condition wasn't told to the media, and it was handled as a normal medical anomaly. Conscious, semi-conscious. One of the most unusual conditions found among missing people is being found in a conscious or semi-conscious state. I understand that when people go missing for extended periods, hallucinations can occur because of an absence of food and water, but these conditions are prevalent even when those factors do not exist. You will read about cases in which the missing are found unconscious, lying on the ground. When questioned later, they have no recollection of how they came to be missing. In some cases, the missing person does recall the facts surrounding his or her disappearance, and the facts of those cases create fascinating reading. Kidnapping. In several incidents, law enforcement officials believe that victim was kidnapped. In many of the cases, the people return in fairly clean clothes, and even though they are heavily precipitations, they were dry. The truly astonishing factor is that in many cases there was no shelter found, and it couldn't be explained why the victim was dry. In several of the cases in which the word kidnap was used, law enforcement officials backed off their position, and it was never explained why. In hindsight, many of these cases occurred in the rural area, and the press or local sheriff may not have wanted to alarm the community. Alrighty. That me?
Sorry.
No, go.
Okay. Afternoon disappearance. From the
Pass.
information.
Good job. Go ahead. Sorry.
For the information gleaned from the project, the optimum time for disappearances to occur is in the 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. time frames. Swamps and briar patches. Many of the missing are found in the middle or on the perimeter of a swamp and or briar patch. Some rescuers have commented on the unusual location a child is found and how they don't understand how he or she got there. They are not locations that people casually visit. Berries. The fact that berries and berry bushes play a continuous role in the many disappearances is overwhelming. People disappear and are found in the middle of berry bushes. They go missing while they are picking berries, and some are found eating berries. The association between some missing people and berries cannot be denied.
That seems weird.
Stupid.
It's just, all right.
Well,
Clothing removed.
coincidence?
Now I understand why you want me to read this part. You want me to do it. Clothing removed, baby. Here we go. In numerous cases cited, the missing person has found at least one significant piece of clothing has disappeared. Sometimes people are found inexplicably naked. There you go. While this may sound like a minor issue, it often isn't minor once you read the facts surrounding the case and understand how consistent the details are surrounding each incident. While searchers are scoring every inch of the quadrant from the point last seen until the missing is found, in many instances the clothing is never found. Some large pieces of clothing are never found. He says it like twice. I know that some search manuals indicate that children do not remove their clothing. Facts surrounding these cases do not seem to support that assertion. However, it is extremely detrimental to their survival. Missing found in an area previously searched. Another common factor in many search and rescues, SARs, missions, searches find the missing people and later are adamant that the area which the person was found had been thoroughly searched numerous times in the past. Sometimes the missing person is found on a major trail that searchers had used daily. SAR commanders are sometimes mystified by the victim's location when found. You know what they didn't put in this one? Rock outcroppings.
Yes.
Because that's a big one for me. Because that's where the others are.
So you guys want to dig into some couple of stories? What are some ones that stood out to you, or do you want to just go through a set and then we'll discuss?
Yeah, just go through a set and talk.
Okay. Missy, you want to tell us where we should start?
Let's see. I think we just jump down. We don't need to read the names of everybody, but the next one is what is it? Central Ontario. I think we just go to the next page. Page 5.
Okay.
Just jump right in.
What happened to where did my reader go?
Actually, middle of page 4, Jeffrey.
Yep. I just, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I just was like, looked over there and went, oh. Oh, by the way, it's 4.3% of children in the U.S. are disabled. So very good guess with 5%.
Yeah.
Hops up to 26% in it as in adults.
Wow.
Yeah. 26%. That's insane.
I don't understand what's 26%.
Blah, blah, blah.
What is 26%? Oh. What is 26%?
I put in the percentage of disabled in the U.S. and it said 26% adults are considered disabled. But only 4.3% of children are.
Yeah, we just get stupid as we get older and wreck our bodies.
Liberal America.
One of you go ahead and start. I had to shut that window off.
Okay, so I'm going to start reading about Merrill Newcomb and George Whedon.
Okay.
So refer to the Whedon narrative for details of Mr. Newcomb. George Whedon and Merrill Newcomb were at a hunting lodge that was owned and operated by Mr. Newcomb. They were hunting near the lodge when they failed to return from an outing on October 29th, 1959. They were never seen again. They were last seen between mile marker 106 and 107 of the CPR line. George Whedon was an individual that was never going to walk or hike long distances. In 1941, George had been seriously injured in a train accident in which he sustained a broken back and debilitating injuries to his right leg. George Whedon had a very difficult time walking any long distances. One of the largest provincial searches during the 1960s was conducted for these two men. There was a second search in the spring of 1960 after the snowmelt occurred, which searchers never finding one clue about what happened to the two men. Case summary. The case of Whedon and Newcomb is highly unusual, very frustrating, and doesn't make much sense. The men were at a remote hunting lodge owned by Newcomb. These were seasoned outdoorsmen who were not going to walk far from their vehicle. They were staying close to the truck because of Whedon's injuries. Both men were undoubtedly armed because they were hunting. The men would not have been attacked by a bear. Bears would have been hibernating in late October. Both men were hunting in the Crown Game Preserve, known for its outstanding variety of birds and mammals. The Ojibwe First Nations tribe lived in the middle of this area and knows the variety of game that it offers. They have the freedom to hunt the area at times when others cannot. The weather in this area would have been very cold, snowy, and difficult to walk in. People would never hike long distances at this time of the year in this area. The law enforcement officials conducted an extensive search in the spring after the pair disappeared and after the snow had melted, and still could not locate the men. It may be plausible that one man to disappear in this region in late October, how two men disappeared baffles my common sense approach to search and rescue.
So now we want to comment on the case, right? Is that what we're looking to do?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, you just read it, so you comment first.
So it sounds like a pretty big area. I mean, I know I've actually participated in one search and rescue, so I know how it is, but you can't search every area. Maybe something went off. Maybe one of the men got upset. Maybe they were drinking, got drunk. Who knows? A shot rang out. Somebody died. They hit them and they went on the run. I'm a little twisted, so most of mine end up like this. Sorry to say.
No, that's fine. That's fine because I come at it a completely different way, so that's perfect. You're the cynical evil one. I'll be the happy, fun, paranormal one.
There we go. Okay, we got our paths set.
So I want to ask a question about the story. So the truck, they found the truck though, right? Is that I didn't see anything that mentioned the truck besides that the two men wouldn't go far away from the truck. So I wonder if they found the truck or not.
We have to assume that they found it.
Right? I would think
two
so.
searches, so.
Okay, so my point of view is, and you're going to hear me say this a lot because I've kind of changed my whole opinion on the whole subject. I think it could have been a vortex that, especially that time, two men that are heavily armed, how they is just going to disappear, right? They would be able to fend themselves off. I don't know. It's weird. Or alien abduction. I don't know. I'm going to kind of use when there is no evidence at all. I think those are things we have to think about. Oh, I should have put this on when I said alien abduction. But I'm just saying that, the disabled guy's not going far from the truck, right? So he's going to be there. So, and the other guy, maybe he walked away, but I got to imagine, maybe he's like, hey, we'll take, I'll go farther down the road. You hunt from here and I'll hunt from over there or whatever. So I can understand, like you said, the one guy, maybe. But the other guy, he's not going to leave the truck. He's not going to leave the area in the truck. And there's a lot of stories just like this one where it's a disabled person they knew would not go far from the truck. And when they're gone, they come back, they're not there. So, I mean, that's where, I don't know. I'm really thinking it's got to be something different. It can't be, there's got to be evidence. If it's an animal attack, there's got to be evidence. So, I don't know. And 1959, I'm not thinking they got kidnapped or something like that. I just, I wouldn't think it would, especially grown men that are armed.
Yeah, as I say, they would, in order to be kidnapped, they would have to be outmanned, which means at least 3 or more.
Right.
And how often does that stay secret?
I wouldn't think at all. Right. Unless it's one person doing it, somebody's going to rat the other person out eventually. So,
right.
I don't know what happened
over time.
I don't know what happened to Jeffrey. He just disappeared.
He froze and then he was gone.
Oh, he's having issues with his computer. No, but I don't know. I used to think about this stuff totally cynical, like very similar to what you were saying. But I'm like, God, it is so boring to feel that way. It is so much more interesting. I made a decision as a kid. I was like, you know what? No. What if? What if it did happen like that? That is my opinion on anything that is not explained, is because, God, it's so much more fun. Instead of, they ran into the cartel back where they were growing in their field, and they didn't know they were going to be, pot food. Hello. That's like, all right, boring.
And I am definitely cynical through the majority of this book, but I will tell you, there are a few that have my attention that I cannot even come up with a cynical plan. I just, no clue. I've got to give it to something supernatural, something, because I cannot think of a single scenario that would fit it. And I can't wait till we get to one, especially because I want you guys' reaction, because I was like, oh my God.
In this book? Is it in this one? Oh, so then definitely.
I mean, it's a little bit later, so it probably won't be tonight, but I was just like, I'm like on page 50 or something. So.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, we don't have to stick to a certain, order. I mean, if you found one that you really like, that would be cool to listen to, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay, let me look. Zachariah 7799. Who's that?
Yeah, that's my son.
Man?
That's my son.
Ah.
Yeah. That's why I didn't say anything. That's
Oh,
creepy.
okay. I had no clue.
Creepy.
Yeah, that is. And the other
I
thing
mean,
about
he's
this
not
book-
wrong, but it's still creepy. Is that Jeffrey? Is he coming back? Jeffrey? My name's Jeff. There he is. Smile. No, I said smile, not cough. There we go. That's better. So what are your thoughts on this case? Jeffrey?
I
I remember the first time I smoked weed.
This is going to seem contraindicated.
You're not supposed to
Yeah,
inhale
fuck
those
off.
cigars. Just let you know. It's got a filter. I'm going to talk like this forever now.
Strangely, sometimes the smoke will stop the spasms. So they used to use for asthma back in the day. Smoke more pipe. Yeah. Not like that. I think it was
Jeff,
murder.
You think it was murder?
Yeah. Even the guy who, he was disabled, so he was close to the truck. They didn't go far. I think he was sleeping with somebody's wife, and I think they took him out and they executed him.
Oh, so that's what you're going to be the cynical one there, Missy. I'm going to be the paranormal one, and he's going to be the soap opera one.
Yeah, I think it's...
on the days of missing 411.
Wait, did they find his body?
They didn't find anything.
They never
There
found
you
him.
go. There you go.
So were they both murdered, or did one murder the other guy?
Mexican standoff.
So then what happened to their bodies?
Wait. Oh, murder-suicide. Oh.
So murdered him, then went off the reservation, so to speak. How did he carry him there?
Drug mules. They stuffed them up their ass. I don't know.
I don't think you're allowed to bring in other props.
No
matter how good drug mules are.
So,
it's a great prop.
2 guys went hunting. Both guys disappeared.
Correct.
Neither one of them were found.
Neither one were found.
So then, yeah, murder-suicide. They were gay lovers.
Okay, but where are the bodies?
Well, one murdered, probably the disabled guy.
Okay.
He got shot first.
Okay.
Dragged him off, put him in a cave. Mountain lion, bear, someone's going to take care of it. And then...
Wouldn't the dogs have been able to track that?
Well, the mountain lion came by and dragged it further up the mountain. Yeah, and it rained. It didn't give me that detail.
And it rained.
So wait, we're gonna fix this. You're the supernatural. I'm the cynical. He's the fairy tale.
Oh,
okay,
fairy tale.
No, he's gonna spin it. Sorry, go ahead.
The dogs
Finish
had
it
a
off.
bad experience previously with mountain lions. Okay, so they had cornered what they thought, was their scent in a cave, and came across a mountain lion protecting its food. Mountain lion terrified the dogs and sprayed piss all over the place, as they do. The dogs knew better now. Don't fuck with the mountain lions. Bad idea. Leave them alone. It just so happened, in this case, mountain lions were part of the equation. The dogs gave up. And that's been known to happen, actually.
And so where did the other guy go? He just disappeared?
He
Changed his
went
name?
off to the other side of the mountain, and he shot himself in the face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and fell into a wash. Washed away into Mexico from the northeast.
Ontario. That's some wash there, buddy.
Yeah.
I think they call those rivers.
Yeah. Would have been tracking them all the way to south of Mexico.
South of Mexico.
But there's a border wall that Trump was going to build, so they couldn't get there.
I think through the river they still could have made it.
No, Trump was going to build a wall across the river. It's going to be a dam. We won't need irrigation. California will be moist again. Nice. All right.
Moist.
Yeah. All right. What do you guys think? Anybody in chat? Do you guys pull up chat by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see it on there, and I also have it up on my computer.
Right on. Thanks for following. Father's
like
fave.
bots.
Oh yeah, Father's fave! Exclamation point. Thanks for following. That should put us at 110 on Twitch.
And also Ernest Stop Coltrane followed.
Oh really?
Oh, I know what that is. That's Father's fave. That is Nicholas.
I was wondering, but I
that is
wasn't sure.
definitely Nicholas. Nicholas is my son's best friend, and
Hey, what's up, Nick?
he says that he's my favorite son. So,
okay.
So he is listening as well.
I'm surprised that we let brand new people follow the show. I should change that.
And I think Ernie followed the show as well. Ernst.
What's up, Ernster? Is he watching?
Yeah, I think Ernie did too.
Well, shit.
That
was beautiful, guys. That
11
was,
or 12.
That was well done. Were we going to read another story?
I think Missy had a particular story she really wanted to read because she wanted to see our responses.
It's on page 61.
6-1. So we're kind of going off the reservation here, but if it's something that she can't wait to see our expression, I would definitely like to hear that.
And after this, we will do news, traffic, and weather.
Cool.
We will rage against the machine.
Oh Lord.
Oh yes. And John's gonna start it.
Oh yeah.
Tell me when y'all ready.
We're ready.
Ready.
Oh, okay. Carol Van Hula, missing 6/28/59, 6 p.m., Dickinson County Picnic Ground, Michigan. Age of disappearance 3 years. These ones break my heart. Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Van Hula and her 4 daughters traveled to the Dickinson County Picnic Grounds at Norway Lake for an afternoon outdoors. Around dinner time, the family realized that Carol had somehow vanished from the company of the other girls. The family quickly searched for their daughter and then notified law enforcement. A full-fledged search was started within 1 hour of her disappearance. Full-fledged. What did I say?
Yeah. I was just backing up your full-fledged statement.
Full-fledged, shut up. Full-fledged search was started within 1 hour of her disappearance, which included 500 searchers, helicopters, and bloodhounds. The first night of the search was not very eventful, and searchers had a difficult time finding any leads. Bloodhounds could not find the girl, even though their handler stated that they had found her scent from time to time. During the 13 hours that Carol was missing, searchers were working their way through the heavy swamp when they thought they heard a crying sound. The group broke through heavy brush and found Carol asleep on a small mound in the middle of a water, crying in her sleep. On June 30th, 1959, article in the Milwaukee Sentinel had the following. Although the spot where Carol was found is about 1 mile from the picnic grounds, authorities believe she had covered 5 miles in her wanderings. The search began an hour after Carol disappeared, involved the first major use of Michigan-Wisconsin Rescue Unit organized to include men and equipment of various agencies. Since Kenny Scott, 4, Kingsford, Michigan, vanished under similar circumstances last September. Kenny was found dead of exposure 4 days later, about 7 miles from where Carol was discovered. A June 30th, 1959 article in The Sun had the following. Following sounds of a child's crying, 2 18-year-old youths waded through a swamp waist deep in water, found Carol asleep on a mound virtually surrounded by water. Carol was taken to the hospital for observation. It was found that she had numerous scratches and a slight case of exposure, but was doing well. Case summary. 2 missing children from the same lake in 9 months to the day is a highly unusual set of events. Both children disappeared in a 4-hour window of each other, and both children supposedly traversed swamps on their own. The book Lost Person Behavior by Robert Koester states that 1 to 3-year-old child will be found 95% of the time on flat ground in less than 2 miles from the point last seen. Carol had traveled over 2.5 times that distance. I'm afraid to say that I don't believe in coincidences, and I don't believe that 2 small children disappear from the same lake in a 9-month span without there being a connection. There were no children reported missing from the same lake in previous or subsequent years. The more disturbing question is how Carol got onto the mound surrounded by water. If the water was waist deep for adults, there's no way a 3-year-old could walk through that to the mound. Plus, you would have to traverse thick bushes and bad terrain. The explanation doesn't make any sense. Remember, the newsmen covering the story thought the fact behind the case were so odd and unusual that they wrote about it.
Wow.
I have goosebumps. This one gets me.
So the only explanation is that somebody took her and put her there. That would be not the non-paranormal. Woo! I mean, that's the only explanation, because Jeff and I had talked, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I wonder how much weight an eagle or a hawk can carry. And we looked it up, and it's like 5 pounds. Yeah, it was something ridiculously small. Even a golden eagle, which I guess can carry the most in the U.S. So I'm like, okay, so it can't be a bird picking up these kids, because we looked what a 3-year-old kid weighed, and it was like not a chance. Like there's no way. So yeah, I mean it was I mean whatever the poundage, he was very, very close, very similar to this 4.3 to 5%. He was very good. I don't know why he knows what 3-pound kids weigh, but I'm just saying, he's so good at that. Come here, let me get your weight. But I definitely think that either a person did it, but it wouldn't explain the scrapes, right? It wouldn't explain the scrapes if a person just carried her there, unless they dragged her up to that point. And how does a kid that young survive the night? I can't imagine the next morning. That's like here, like in Arizona, if you have a cat or a small dog and it gets out, you don't expect to ever see it again. I mean, I would think after that first night, that had to be a shock. So, or Sasquatch. I don't know. Jeffrey?
Murder-suicide. The child, what they didn't tell you, dragged an adult there. The adult was a nanny. Waited until the nanny was bent over the lake looking at minnows. Slit her throat. Pushed her in. Body floated. She climbed. She got to the other side, or to the center.
So used her nanny as a canoe.
Yes.
Okay.
She climbed onto the mound, and lightning bolts struck nearby. Very nearby. Not enough to burn her clothes, but enough to give her a heart attack. She'd been a lifelong smoker. She died. The end.
They found her alive.
What? She didn't die.
The little girl was alive.
So the first lightning bolt killed her. The second one revived her. Hence the scratches.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
I was with you. I was with you on that.
I rest my case.
You're on it. So you said this one gives you goosebumps, Missy. So what was your what was racking your brain about what your explanation was going to be?
So I agree with you, John. I think someone took her. There was mention. Sorry, Jeff, can't follow that one this time. There was talk about 9 months prior, another boy, same age, same day of the month, disappeared. Yeah. They had not had previous missing people, and since then they had previous missing children. I think there was most likely a transient in the area. He took the little boy, heat got on him, ditched him. Unfortunately, it was 4 days before they found him, so he passed. This one was such a fast search, intense, heavy, fast search. I think he got scared, didn't realize they were going to come down on him so fast. He zigzagged through the brush and the marsh with her, probably at some points dragging her, having her walk next to him. Hence, she got the scratches. Until those boys probably came up too close to him. He realized that he was going to get caught. He had nowhere to go. Laid her down. She was probably exhausted, was already asleep. He left, skipped town. Hence, no more abductions.
But didn't the reason why they rushed through the swamp is that they heard a baby crying? So if she was asleep, how did
she
they
was
hear
crying?
her?
She was crying in her sleep.
She
was asleep, okay. But even when they come up to it, they heard her. So she was crying
okay. So like
while
whimpering.
she was sleeping.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right.
That's my take.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Will they ever know? It was so long ago. Probably not, but yeah. It was a trippy one. It was one I was okay with because, she was okay.
Right.
Well, at least she was alive, but some of these are really hard to read. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. Completely unrelated subject. There you
go. So we're gonna do news,
traffic, and weather.
Oh, okay.
Do you have your list?
I have a list.
Outstanding. And quick word from our sponsor. In case you missed it, that's www.theshelfhelpshow.com. In case you're interested.
Where you can find Jeff's dick.
And Jeffrey's penis.
Oh, sorry. Jeffrey's penis.
Brought to you by John Trapp.
Woohoo!
And Menon.
All
right. So, news, traffic, and weather. We'll do news, traffic, and weather for about 30 minutes. And then we'll go to some paranormal, abnormal crap. And then we'll wrap it up just in time for Missy to have bad dreams.
Yep.
You are
awesome.
welcome.
Thank you
that
so
being
much.
said, John, I will let you lead with some topics of conversation. And
okay, so let's start with the basketball player who she doesn't think that they should play the American national anthem, and that is the one that is being currently held in Russia because she decided to bring a vape pen with weed, so she could do up to 10 years in jail, and she is begging for the help of the U.S. It's so strange, but she doesn't think they should play the national anthem for games. So, did you guys want to discuss that, or are you looking it up right now?
All right, she's a U.S. girl playing basketball.
Women's basketball player, yep.
In Russia. Brought weed with her, which in a lot of countries is punishable by death.
In some countries, yeah.
Yep. So she's captured, and now she's saying, "Please, United States, you're my only hope."
That's great. That's called karma, kids. That's called karma.
The only thing that can make this better is if what's his name, the dickhead football player who takes a knee.
Oh, Kaepernick went with her.
Yeah, if he went with her, that would make it just better.
Yeah, that would be
like public execution. Yeah. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I haven't heard any. You know what's funny? I haven't heard anything from BLM.
What?
So weird. You haven't heard a word from BLM. I don't understand.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't
The
know.
Clinton
It
Foundation
seems,
took over Black Lives Matter. Just
yeah.
in case you were wondering, was it a political ploy to try and take down American cities? Yeah, it was
Yep.
by Hillary Clinton,
And
the
Menon.
evil woman behind Bill Clinton. If it wasn't for her, he wouldn't have gotten the job. Bitch, that crazy bitch. She's behind it all. I'm not a QAnon person, but
I play one on television.
I don't know. Somebody tells me she belongs to a satanic cabal that eviscerates children and drinks their blood. I'm like, well, I hate her a lot. So maybe. I'm not going to say no. How about that? I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes. That's crazy, but.
Missy, what do you think about that?
I think it, on that picture, because you sent me the link and stuff, and woke activist. That's what the hell happens when that's what you are. This is what happens.
So sorry.
Woke effing joke. Like,
to stick with sports here, a little hypocrisy just was declared in New York City. Imagine them, Big Apples. It looks like they have lifted their vax mandates for performers and athletes just in time for the baseball season. Isn't
what?
that interesting?
Of course.
Now, they didn't lift it for basketball. So the guy who plays for and I can't remember, Kyrie Irving plays for the Brooklyn Nets, could not play home games because he wasn't vaccinated. So they'll make that change for baseball.
Yep.
Just saying. And it looks like that the rumor is, and this is just a rumor, that that Aaron Judge, the biggest player in New York, not only in stature but also in name and face, isn't vaccinated. So isn't it weird how this changed? I don't know. It's just the hypocrisy. That's all. That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Thoughts, Jeffrey?
The fact that if you didn't get vaccinated, you can't play, and you have to wear a mask. But you can come into the arena and kiss the other people when you're there benched. So you don't have to wear a mask because you're benched. You can associate with other players. You can play.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's just the whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand why people can't just read the regular news. Look for CDC. Actually, don't read the news. Just go to the fucking sources. Go to the CDC and read their releases about vaccine efficacy. Oops, sorry. Read their releases about the amount of deaths that happened in the first 250,000 people that were vaccinated. Oh, 47,000. Oops, sorry. What was it? What was the H1N1 2008? Was that the big flu back then?
Yes.
6 people died after vaccination. 6, and they scrapped the whole thing. Nope, done. 47,000 in the very first round.
Yep. They had to release those findings too. They a judge ordered them to. It's 55,000 pages.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Wow.
So they come out and they're like, "Hey, listen, we never said we knew."
The FDA said they were going to wait for 75 years so that all of us would be dead. And by the way, segue here. Did anybody else see the orb shoot from right to left across Jeffrey's door, right above the lock?
Oh, it just did it again.
So
that's got to be a reflection or something.
Are you seeing it, Jeff, in the camera?
Yeah.
It's not a reflection because it just shot across. So you're not alone. Thank goodness the lights are on there, buddy.
Oh. Alexa, turn on the flashy lights.
Alexa, stop. You do it every time.
Alexa, put a dildo in my...
Alexa, stop.
All right, so what's your opinion there, Missy, on this?
I think anytime there is a, whatever the order, whatever, you have to be vaccinated. there's always going to be someone to come along and change it. And it's always going to be someone that makes somebody else money.
That sounds fair. Real quick on weather. It's going to be in the 90s on Friday and Saturday in the old Pueblo. Just a heads up on that.
We were 85 today.
Yeah. I mean, hey, as long as, oh man, we're not even in April yet. I'm like, as long as it doesn't hit 100 until May, I'm okay with it. But shit, that sounds like that's going to happen quick.
June last year, June 16th, it hit 124 degrees. Remember? I was laid up with my groin tear, so I didn't have to walk in my car because I couldn't walk. But I'm in the house and I'm watching the digital thermometer creep up. And after 122, it stopped working. It was brand new, like 1 week old. It melted the fucking thing on the wall. And it was in the shade, south facing,
right,
on purpose. Jeez.
Damn.
I'm so glad I live in a 1945 bungalow house minus the ghosts. Because at least the bricks are thick, even though the windows are thin. Crap, it's brutal. Absolutely brutal.
And also, speaking of orbs and creepy things, we'll save that for the creepy story later. Okay. The Wildcats, the Arizona men's basketball team, has made the Sweet 16 tournament, and that will start 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So I just want to give everybody a heads up on that. So if they lose, they usually riot here. Thank you.
Does it happen always in March?
It's why they call it March Madness.
It's madness.
Actually, the Wildcats were in San Diego. One of the almost lost that game.
Yeah.
One of the somebody that I know was staying at a hotel, and she came out and she was like, I don't know what this. They had the big banner, the March Madness bracket system. She's like, I don't know what any of this means. She couldn't get her car in to valet all the buses. The bus driver's like, I left the driveway open, but all their luggage was there, the whole team's luggage and stuff. So yeah, she had a fun weekend with craziness.
That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts.
Crazy.
All right. We said the mandates. Okay, that's that. Transgender swimmer. This was a huge lightning bolt topic. So this man, who was ranked in the college world in the 400s, is now ranked number 1 as a woman swimmer. I want everybody to digest that. Okay? It's not fair. He took a spot from somebody that deserved. So what did Ron DeSantis do in Florida? Declared the person who came in second as the winner in the college championship, and he's going to have a day for her in Florida. It's
wow.
Yeah. Well, she's from Florida, and she would have been number 1 in the country because of her time, but he beat her out. So, but anyway, Jeff, what do you think about that?
So I heard that various states were outlawing biological men from competing in women's sports. I believe 8 states. And then I heard that the Republican governor of Utah, Christian LDS,
right,
who was he elected by?
Right.
Conservative Christian LDS members, decided to side with equality for 1%,
instead of 50%,
regardless of the fact that it has been 100 years since women have been able to vote. It's been more like 60 years since they've been consistently in the workplace. And this asshole, who's supposed to even represent people who are more conservative, more nuclear family, more family values, with less divorce by a fucking 45%. In his state, he says, you know what? Let's do this. Basically, he's saying, I want to side with the assholes in the federal government who are pushing this agenda. I want to side with the Marxist assholes who are trying to tear down everything that we've built in the last 250 years. So I sent him a strongly worded email. I went Karen on him, and I said that I was from whatever
Salt Lake City,
some shit town in Utah, whatever. I signed up for his emails, and I said, I'm just curious, if you're not representing the people who elected you, then what do you think you're going to get out of this? If you're not taking money from somebody in order to destroy women's legacy,
yep,
then I don't know what your issue is. Now, and here's the thing, Governor. Don't worry about being judged by me. You will be judged by a higher power for the things that you do to destroy the people around you, because you're greedy and you suck as a human being.
And you suck.
So when you're standing before St. Peter at the Golden Gates or St. Joseph at the the world where your children are going to be your fucking slaves, wherever the fuck you're standing, remember the moment when you decided to be less than human and you decided to take the legacy of women and destroy it in front of everybody. So I'm not judging you. I'm disappointed. But just explain to me how many transgender women voted for you to get you into office.
Right.
If all of them did, it's 0.6% of the population. And I doubt that there's that many in Utah anyway, because their parents would say, shut the fuck up, go to school, do your homework, grow up, you'll get past it. So, you're coming up for a re-election. I hope you enjoyed your one term. God bless you. God bless America. Oh, and I'd like a reply back. No reply back. I don't know why. I literally heard the news and I'm driving home and I'm like, I'm going to send
Yeah, and make sure that
strongly worded, go fuck yourself.
And Jeff said it really, really clear that it's 0.6% of U.S. adults. That is, you're going to change everything in the world for less than a percentage of the population.
Right. And what percentage of those mentally ill? And I'm sorry that they're mentally ill. Sorry. Right. I need a cigar. What percent of what percent?
Sorry.
And it says this also, that statistical range of 1.2 to 6.8% of the total population identifying as LGBT. So around, between 4 and 5% basically of the entire population. So that's interesting.
Don't get me wrong. I'm against discrimination. I'm against crimes that are hate. Fuck me. Never mind. Go.
Anyway, Missy, how do you feel about it?
This is a tough one. I think there needs to be very strict guidelines to how it's handled. Mm-hmm. I don't know those guidelines necessarily, but I don't think someone can just say, "Oh yeah, I'm transgender," and then go on and jump in the women's or the whatever the men's side, the other side that they're. I think there needs to be, like we've talked before, like there's, muscle mass difference, there's testosterone differences. I think there needs to be testing done on the as an individual, and verify that you're in line better with whatever gender you're trying to compete with. And if you're in those boundaries, then I'm all for it. But when you're not in those boundaries, that's when I think the unfairness sets in.
So there is a case, and I saw it, that there was a woman who naturally her testosterone was too high. She was a real woman, but the committee would not allow her to run in the events, even though she was a biological woman. But this man who now is transgender can compete. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
They need to be within whatever their parameters are that they set, because you know that they set them because they test for them. Obviously, like you said, there was one natural woman, too high testosterone. They have parameters. They need to be within those parameters. And you can't pussyfoot around that just because, oh, like we're going to offend somebody. No, like it needs to be hard and fast rules.
Again, we named the Woman of the Year, who is a transgender who works for our federal government, and we named her Woman of the Year. Think about that. For 0.6% of the population, that some of those transgender would probably say, well, that's silly. We shouldn't be included in that. There'll be a percentage of those people thinking that as well. So that is to do that. Who are you appeasing? It's not the population. It's the white rich liberals that feel that they need to speak for everyone. That's who it's for. It's not for anybody else. It's not. So other thing I wanted to mention is Pillsbury announced that and this is very funny because every time I go to the supermarket, I grab usually like a Pillsbury rolls and the biscuits. That's what I usually grab. The last 4 trips to the store, it's been empty except for maybe like the pizza, the one to roll out for pizza dough.
Yeah.
Right. So because Pillsbury said they are down 70%, or they're at capacity to deliver to stores 70%. So the farther away you are from their main headquarters, the less and less you're going to, their main distribution, the less and less you're going to get. Normally they run at 96 to 98%. And they said due to the last 2 years, inflation, they're not able to get materials, and they can't hire enough people. Nobody wants to work. So that even affects your biscuits. I'm just saying, it affects your biscuits.
Yep.
So what about that? That's crazy, right?
That is crazy. And unfortunately, I think it's not uncommon. I think we're hearing from Pillsbury because they're such a big company that it's being noticed really by a vast, I've noticed it, a vast amount of us are noticing that. I think so many smaller companies are having the same or worse issues, and we're not knowing because, the word's not out there. That's a shame. I know I ordered T-shirts from a company in New York, and I've had the last time I ordered some, I got like 2, but I had ordered like 7 or 8. Right. And then I get an email. We're so sorry. Like everybody in our warehouse is out right now. They're a very, very small company. Right. They do everything. It's not individually, but it's small batches.
Right.
And it took me what would normally be like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. It took me like 3 months.
Right.
But, they were cool enough to constantly keep me updated. But still, it was, we have no people in our warehouse. We're sorry. We've got like one, like the manager. That's it, Right. So even down to small business, yeah, it's rough.
No, I agree. It's crazy. Jeffrey, did you hear about Pillsbury, or were you...
I was coughing my lungs out.
Dying.
Oh, okay. So Pillsbury, 70% capacity right now due to labor shortage and shortage of materials. Normally they run at 96 to 98%.
Yeah. So here's my commentary on this. It's on purpose. This has been planned for 30 years. Slowly, the dominoes have been stacked up, and they're pushing them down. If you haven't heard about the Great Reset or the World Economic Forum, look it up. Look it up. Since communism technically fell in 1988, before that one, Stalin was the last big effort to make it work. The New World Order, world peace, all that bullshit, that was established actually in colleges and universities in France. And it was the same people who thought, and I'm assuming it's altruistic, because I'm assuming there's not that many evil people in the world. But you can also read the history of Nazi Germany, and you have to understand that they thought they were doing the right thing also. They all thought they were doing the right thing. Our capacity for evil and our capacity for destruction is huge when you have something to believe in. So it's not anomalous. It's frequent. Most countries are run by authoritarian dictators now. We're literally at this point, because Canada just went fucking authoritarian. We're like the last bastion in the fucking world for representative government by the people for the people. The desire to bring everyone together, take away your belongings, create companies who own all the wealth and give you nothing to do. This has been planned and ongoing forever. There's a reason why the Clintons are involved, because they were the hippy dippies who believed that one world government would be the best thing back in the 1960s. If you track that and then you see how do you make changes as a populace, or how do you make changes if you're in the power elite, is you do it slowly over time. You indoctrinate your people, and then once you have enough of the children and the new adults, 3-4 generations in, all indoctrinated to think that it's all a good idea, then you can actually start making changes. So we've heard about this stuff back to probably Clinton, but it's been little tiny pieces. They didn't work out. It's like testing the water. They've been testing the water,
Started with Bush Sr. He's the first one to term the phrase New World Order. He was the first one to say it. So
yell.
Yeah.
Skull and bones.
And just so you guys know, when Biden said New World Order, he said the liberal New World Order is what he actually said today.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring up, that was a perfect segue to what the last topic was Biden's speech, where he said liberal New World Order. And then you couldn't tweet. Twitter had that marked as a conspiracy. Twitter actually backed up what he, totally reversed what he said. No, Biden didn't mean the New World Order like that. So now
they already have marching orders of what to edit.
Right. It's unbelievable. Well, Psaki said herself, who, by the way, tested positive for COVID for the second time in 4 months, double vaxxed and boosted.
Yeah.
She said, oh God, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, that the White House tells the press what is printable news and social media. What is the correct, what's the truth?
Yeah.
Well, duh.
That's insane. So New World Order, what does that mean to you, Jeff? You said it's all one. We're all one, correct?
Yep.
One nation under. So who rules that? Is it a committee? It's probably a committee, right?
It's a committee.
I would think so.
There's too many people. But here's the thing. There's always been too many people to make it happen. So how do you rule 2 billion people, 3 billion people, half a billion people? Luckily, technology has caught up. So it's absolutely possible. And all these objects that we have, our phones,
right,
that record you, listen 24/7,
right,
are proof of how they can control you. So they adjust the narrative based on reaction. So there's a reason why they want to say that people who didn't vote for Biden are people who, believe there can be wrongdoings in the election. There's people who are anti-vax, people who are all those things. This has all been fleshed out, and they have run these scenarios over and over again in the last 30 years to figure out how to act and how to respond and what to do with people's reactions. Well, what's gotten better is technology's gotten better, and their ability to own the technology. Apple, you're owned. Samsung, you're owned. All the carriers are owned. You can't do anything without them knowing exactly what's happening. It's not just about nefarious marketing, dipshits. That just happens to fuel it. The marketing to idiots who were delivered consumerism post World War II, when they said, fuck, we need something other than world wars happen every 20 years. This is not going to fare well for us if they know what we're trying to accomplish. We need to fucking distract people. That started for a reason. They needed something. They needed to give us a new God. So it was your neighbors. It was keep up with the Joneses. It was the rat race to have more fancy, cool ass things. Now, where did the technology come from? The Transformers, obviously. I saw that movie.
I thought it was aliens. I was going to say I thought it was aliens. Yeah.
Think of
Same
the
thing.
the quickening that's happened with technology. It's ridiculous. It used to be like, well, every time you get a new piece of tech, it's like 6 months overdue or 6 months old. Like things are growing so incredibly exponentially that because of even the industry that I work in that requires that I understand programming, I understand, Node.js and Java and HTML, they're creating new languages that are more efficient, more effective by magnitude levels over prior ones. It used to be in the old days like, we learned CSS, yay! We learned HTML, yay! That even the coding technology is growing so fucking fast. It's frightening. It's ridiculous. I'm like, how did you come out with a whole new language? That's not a conglomeration of the prior ones. It's not a more effective. It's a new one. New. I can't even guess where the fuck that came from because I'm not doing the tinfoil hat. The sad thing is,
I should have put that on. God damn it!
Sad thing is, you don't need a tinfoil hat if you just look around and just see the behavior of the people who are lying to you. And this is all you have to do: pay attention for 20 minutes to any news cycle, where the narrative starts, and then how often they look down to read the fucking correct story. And if everyone is parodying the same behavior, the same things,
right,
then you understand that it is literally fed to them. This is what you say. This is what you do. You're not allowed to comment on what you see any longer. You have to comment on what we tell the people they have to see.
Right.
And what's really unfortunate is my son told me, Dad, you just look for confirmation bias and everything. I said, no, here's the thing, son. I want to fuck around on my podcast. I want to make doodle dick fucking videos to laugh at. Yeah. And I want to make out with my girl. I'm pretty simple. I've got a simple fucking expectation of life. I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to have sex occasionally. Really simple. Oh, and I'd like to pay my bills without having to trade one for another. I'll pay my car payment this month. I'll pay my electric that month.
So Missy, are you just off camera or are you not there?
Missy, she stepped away.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. So what is your take on this whole new world order and the conspiracy or the truth? It depends. How do you feel about it?
Or the truth, yeah. I honestly don't know. I get my news from you guys, so this is different for me to be on the news. I learned long ago I don't watch the news. I don't. I hear enough. I hear what's important. But as far as what Jeff was saying, the White House controls what news gets out, what news is told, what we're, told, social media has been for years now. It has been. And I realized it one day. I was flipping channels and it was a news thing, and I watched just a little blurb. I don't remember what it was. It was inconsequential. But when I flipped to a different channel and it was a different news person, and it was the exact same verb. I mean, the exact same sentences. And I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what I watch. It's not going to be the truth. I'm not going to get the information that's real. I'm going to get the information they want me to get. And for me, that's not worth it. So that's when I stopped watching the news.
That's creepy. Turn the channel and they're saying the same fucking words.
Same thing.
Now they'll say, you know what the excuse for that will be? Their source is the AP. Yeah, they would use that as their, as an excuse why it's word for word, because it was from the AP.
Right.
That would be the only thing I could think of.
It was such a throwaway topic, though. It wasn't even necessary.
Yeah, it wasn't like is exactly the same.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't a big breaking news. It wasn't anything they're getting hot off the press. It was some stupid little shit story thing. I don't remember what it was. It's been a while, but I was just like, yeah. And then the light bulb went off, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. Okay, sheep. Yep, no more. I'm done. So, like I said, I get my news from you guys, and if something's huge, if something is hugely important, my mom will inform me of it. So
I do have one other story before we a topic before we get into scary stuff. I want to set the mood here a little bit. back on November 9th, 1966, Paul McCartney, who we know as Sir Paul McCartney, was in a car accident. And there were rumors that he died, that a doppelganger or somebody who actually won a Paul McCartney lookalike contest actually took his spot. Now, there's all sorts of other things. If you play something backwards, you hear Paul is dead. There's all sorts of rumors about this. But the reason I say that is because back in the 80s and 90s, when I was a kid, there was a guy on terrestrial radio that was controversial, all about freedom of speech. He had hookers blowing people on the air. I mean, over the top. And his name was Howard Stern. Howard Stern is not the same person the moment he got the contract with XM. He went to a platform where there is no censorship, able to say whatever you want. And instead, he became a social justice warrior.
Yeah.
It made no sense whatsoever. In fact, an article I saw today said how the lunatics are winning because the mask mandates are going away. Boy, nothing's fucking more rock and roll than saying that, huh? Come on. I mean, I don't think it's him. I think somebody took over the moment. Maybe it was too much for him to handle, or maybe it was him. Maybe it was a big, a joke, a rib, where he got the money, found somebody, paid somebody to do it, and now that person has taken over Howard Stern's career. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So Howard admitted probably 25, 30 years ago that he has insane OCD to the point where he's so superstitious that he eats the same thing every single day, and he has somebody who works for him to take I think his microwave, maybe it's boiled now, a boiled potato, plain, no salt, no butter, and he eats that for breakfast, boiled potato. But I think he eats 2 boiled potatoes. But you can't have the other potato cooked before it's time for him to eat it, otherwise he'll throw a fit. So there's somebody on staff who has to feed him his fucking boiled potatoes. And he eats it because apparently he had gained a few pounds at some point. The lanky guy who is like 40% underweight had gained a couple of pounds, and he flipped out because he's a prima donna. And he decided, he heard somewhere that boiled potatoes had no fat, no salt, no calories, no anything. And that became his routine during his show. 2 boiled potatoes. And he hasn't stopped. So if that gives you any insight into he as a person, and I'm not defending yay or nay whether or not he's part of the fucking mess, because he is part of the mess. What do you do when you have somebody who is uniquely and singularly known for revolutionizing an industry, and is so famous that anywhere in the world that he would go, he can't go and do anything. He does his show, he goes home, he sleeps, he does his show. That's his entire life since like 1967. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but he's crazy. He's crazy as a shithouse rat. He truly is fucking nuts. And for somebody who's nuts, you would think that he would probably easily take on the conspiracy. He would easily take on wherever he's going to be lauded and clapped by his crazy fucking fans. Because I don't know how many conservative people listen to him. I personally, I loved his books. I read them, enjoyed them, but
I thought the movie was great.
I have a history in radio, so to me, he was an icon. But I still didn't like his show. I thought it was fucking stupid.
I was an Imus person.
I'm like, penis doodles, you're an idiot. Strangely enough. But I loved his books. I loved the narrative. I loved the movie. I thought the movie was done extremely well. I thought he acted well in it too.
Right.
But that being said, I recognize him as an icon who's crazy. He's the fucking nuts. Why wouldn't he side with everybody else who's like, they're out to get us? Because his whole life now they've been out to get him. Because he's famous. And trust me, I'd like to just say, let's go with the other thing, but That would be more fun.
Missy, oh, see, that's my attitude. Isn't it more
Yeah.
fun? Missy, what's your opinion on Howard Stern?
Yeah, it would be more fun to go that way. So I'm not a fan. Never have been. I have listened to the shows back in the day. I've listened to some of the more recent ones. I can tell the difference. Personally, I kind of agree with Jeff to the extent of I think he probably just got tired of his own antics. And he's not a person to be gentle in like changing his format or his platform. He's not going to gently take his audience along with him. He's going to go, this day I'm this fucked up, and this day I'm this fucked up. And he's going to be like, Phoom. So I see where you're saying, like, did someone take over? But I honestly think if he paid someone to take over, they would still follow his old format because they would worry about getting caught.
Well, maybe that was part of the deal.
I mean,
maybe that was part of the deal. I want you to completely go watch the sheeple. Watch the sheeple. Yeah. Come on, watch them. Good. Have that experiment and just because I mean, these were Jeff. You're. I think you underestimate the number of conservatives that would listen to him. I think back in the day, I knew a ton of people that were conservative that were like, oh, did you hear what Stern said? Did you see it? Oh, it's so crazy. Oh. And I'm like, no, I lesbians are wonderful. Lesbians on the radio do nothing for me whatsoever.
Right.
So it wasn't my shtick. Like, oh, look at this celebrity we just embarrassed. Oh, that's great. It's not my thing. I liked Imus because Imus's humor was of a political nature. Yep. And I enjoyed it. He was very witty. And he actually gave news, like real news and statistics and things. And Imus would not be considered a conservative. No. Later in life, he was, right. But not in the beginning. He's probably very libertarian, actually. Oh, yeah. Right? Would you agree with that? Pretty libertarian, I would think. Absolutely. Yeah. So, but just I enjoyed that. So I never was a big fan either. I agree with you. But to listen to the guy who's known to be a rebel and a rock and roll kind of guy,
Well, how the fuck did Sirius XM, as they had to combine because the limited viewership or listeningship rather on those channels made it so there can only be one. There can be only one, right?
Like the Highlander. You said the quickening earlier.
Cool. At the end of the day, just consolidate. Go with a 1/4-inch tape on VHS with less fidelity and less quality. Somebody wants to own 1/4-inch tape. Yay. Issues. But something like Sirius, which basically comes on the back of new cars that have it for the first year. That's got to be the bulk of their membership comes on the fact that somebody was able to convince somebody to roll that shit into the cost of your vehicle and make you like to pay for it somehow.
Right.
Right. Taxes are taxes. It's really taxes that are paying for the majority of their audience. Because who the fuck else would want to be like, there's better quality anything out there. There's nothing fancy. Like you said, he went to a place where he can act the way he did without the fines and get paid $500 million for his first 10 years. $500 million. Billion. B. How big of an audience did he take with him? Just enough.
I was going to say.
Would not pay that $500 million. There was not enough people. There's not enough people listening to Sirius to pay his fucking check.
Right.
So the money's coming from probably Pfizer.
Probably Pfizer.
And of the people that are listening, they're not tuning in to listen to a whole show. They're most likely driving because, like you said, most people have it in their car. You jump in, you turn your car on, you're like, oh, whatever you were on your last station, oh, it's Stern, I'll listen to it. You get out in 20 minutes and you're done, People aren't tuning in right in his section of, not a lot anyways, I would imagine.
And because it's subscription-based, then they're not running commercials. So even when you get in, there's no revenue generating anything because the idea is that you pay for it. So if you're $20 a month, it's funding his $500 million in paychecks. Something's off.
Right.
Like, how could he not go crazy? He took himself from, what was he had like 80 million people listening to him.
Yeah.
I guarantee
one
Sirius
point.
doesn't have 80 million people listening, but they paid him an exorbitant amount. I got to give Rush Limbaugh credit for staying on terrestrial radio all the way up until his death. He didn't sell out, but he got paid a lot of money. That guy got like $400 million for a 10-year contract.
Yeah,
and then he
made
renewed it before he told him he had cancer.
Because he's a boss.
Go Rush. Take another $500 million and then just croak. Have your fucking exes fight over it. Dope. Good fucking job. Got the medal of honor like a month before he died.
It's funny. I never listened to Rush in the beginning, right? Because everybody would tell me how crazy he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I am an old school liberal. I've always been, which makes me now Nazi, apparently, or a psycho conservative. So I always heard that, he Bible thumps, it's all this, it's all that. And I was like, oh, all right. And then the first time I listened to Rush, I was like, I agree with 98% of everything he just said.
Rush is right.
Crap. What happened? And
he was Alex Jones.
He in the beginning he was
1988.
He was Alex Jones in the beginning.
Alex Jones.
Damn, he started way back when.
They're turning the frogs gay.
We need to do a show just on Alex Jones' last 15 years.
Oh my God!
And just show what has
a
been
buddy
true.
of mine, we were discussing him, and we're saying, like he's right, like 85% of the time, like 85%. The 15 he's wrong is usually, oh fuck, why did you say that, Sandy Hook? But 85%, man, he's spot the fuck on. It's nuts. It is nuts.
Wait, is your 85% the same as his 85%?
No, nowhere near. No,
he's gonna pull out 85% one time, and I'm not gonna fucking believe him.
No. That's legit. Like he is correct. That it is amazing, and we were joking around like it's nuts. Like the things that he says them so far. Well, first of all, he says them like a lunatic. That's one. But he also says them so early that a lot of people forget that he fucking said that.
Right.
Yeah, except for his hardcore fans. But people will forget all that fucking lunatic Jones. And then all of a sudden it fucking comes true like 2 years later. And you're sitting there going, what? That's like Bob Lazar.
Yep.
When Bob Lazar, to prove one of the things that he said, to prove that he saw the UFOs in Area 51, he talked about a new oh my God, what do you talk about? Element, a new element. That element was discovered like 20 years later or something like that. Yeah. So he talked about an element that did not exist, and then 20 years later they actually discovered it.
He knew the name.
Huh?
He knew the name of it.
Oh, and he knew the name of it too.
And
yeah.
The scientists called it that, not after him.
Right. Just because it went with whatever the name was. Yeah. So it's just crazy. I don't know. I don't know how I got from Howard Stern to Bob Lazar, but there you go. Segways are for not only for children, but they're for mall cops.
And obviously John today.
Thank you.
So.
Thank you very much. My next guest. Jeffrey, we're going to be creepy now? Or are you dying? Or are you done?
Is he going to make me watch more videos?
Oh, he was saying how... Oh, no, you were... No, he was saying how... Oh, no, you did it on the last podcast. How some of them you were just like, oh, my God, I have no idea how that happened.
I could not sleep that night. That was the night that every time I started to... And I had to leave my big light on, not a lamp, my big light. I left the big light on after like 5 minutes. I was like, can't do it. I'm laying there. And I don't lay with my head at the head of my bed and my feet at my foot. I lay crossways, so my feet hang off the edge, the side of it a little bit.
But the boogeyman can get you from the monster under your bed, could get your feet. Why would you do that? Are they covered? Are they covered on?
Yes, yes.
Okay, they're
I
covered.
usually have my feet bent and covered and stuff.
Okay.
But that night, I swear to God, even with the light on, like every time I started to almost drift off, fucking something touched my toe, and I was like, "Go visit Jeff! Stay away from me!"
I was every Tuesday normally I go up to my mom's house because my dad passed in May of 20. So I go and stay with her Tuesday night, play cards with her friends. Wednesday work from there, watch a movie with her, and then go home Thursday morning. That's usually I've been doing that for almost 2 years now. So yesterday, I am sitting at my makeshift desk around noon. I just got off a video call. It's noon. I'm the only one in the house because mom actually works 3 months a year for my brother-in-law in an accounting company. So during tax season, he does taxes. So she's not home. I get off the video, and to my right, I watch a shadow figure walk across the wall very, very fast. And my dad used to make fun of me about being into Bigfoot and ghosts and UFOs. John, they're ridiculous. My answer would be, it's more fun. So I yell out loud. Now that's fucking irony, Dad. That's irony. Somebody who made fun of me believing in this shit, and that's what you're gonna do. It made my left hand like I right away videoed somebody. I'm like, you're not gonna fucking believe this. I just saw a shadow figure, and the person's response is, "So what drink are you on right now?" No, I haven't had a drink since St. Patrick's Day. Anyway,
for real. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What happens when you open your mind and you open your?
Oh, I thought you were talking. It was awesome about the shadow figure, not so much the not drinking thing.
So good for you.
I did take a half a piece of chocolate though this evening before. I am still absolutely doing that. So, but yeah, we're gonna cut down on drinking. So I didn't say I quit, but I'm just
quitters never win, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. People ask me, "You quit drinking?" I'm like, "Nope. Just slowed it up for a couple of years."
So, but anyway, so shadow figure today. So that was creepy as shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially since you said you hadn't even seen anything, had a feeling about anything since years
Don't make
ago.
me hurt you, boy.
Who's that?
My son. He's being an asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry.
Well, because the Saturday. Oh, so Zach didn't. So the Saturday that I was hammered 2 Saturdays ago. Hammered when I came on the podcast. Yeah, Zach didn't know I went on the podcast and finished what was in the cooler.
Dude,
So
it's fun.
Yeah, and that's his best friend. So drinking less. Yeah, whatever. Shut up, dorks. So that's why my son's busting my chops because he witnessed the last hammering.
The hammering. You don't even know how much he usually drank before you saw him drink. So you know what? He's got to back that shit out. You can't count it.
Yeah.
You didn't know he was lit before he showed up.
Yep. Oh, definitely. I was like, a
podcast?
All right, let's do a podcast. My name is Sean. How are you?
Let's do it.
Yeah, Jeff goes, John's going to be on, and he's already hammered. I said, yeah, I know. I told him to get his ass on here, and now I'm thinking I should not have done that.
He's amazing. You got a best friend in Matt.
Yeah.
I've never seen two people want to tear each other's fucking eyes out like bitches. You guys are definitely wanting to do it. That was beautiful. You're like, and Matt's like, let's let Jeffrey get back to his show. I'm like, I had nothing planned. Go ahead.
I was like, this is the show. What do you mean?
We're watching you guys fight. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's less anxiety when you don't have like 12 people on. That's a little stressful. I can handle 2 people fighting while 2 of us watch. That's cool. That's fun. I'm sure if I went and rebranded the shows, I'm like, watch 2 grown men bitch slap each other over music. Yeah.
Verbally.
Sell out. You're fucking sell out. I bet you're not even a musician with a stupid guitar on your wall. Fucking stupid. The guy literally makes his living. 40 years. 30 years. as a musician. And you're like,
I'm
you're not
starting to
even a
remember
real musician. You ready to fucking jug guitar?
Now I'm starting to remember getting guitars.
You're
on the
probably
wall.
rhythm guitarist, aren't you? That's it. That's it. You're a rhythm guitarist.
Oh shit!
I didn't say that. Oh my god, that is outstanding.
Yeah. You're not even the good kind of guitarist.
Oh my god, I really said that? Oh, that is so good.
You're not Nikki Sixx. You're the other fucking guy. Yeah, Mick Mars. No, you're not Mick Mars. You're Nikki Sixx.
Oh my god, that is so outstanding.
Oh yeah, it was good times.
Oh my god.
In my
Yeah, I don't
store the
remember
next
saying
day.
that.
I just love
You don't
it.
remember much of that night.
No.
Even through the screen, we could see it in your eyes. You were
Yeah,
like,
no, I
so
was
glazed
not
over.
there. I was not there.
Here's the thing.
So, do you have any scary stories, Jeff, that you want to tell?
People I'm friends with tend to be like-minded individuals, so even if they butt heads, they tend to be the sort who can get over it. And we talked about that. When you get in a fist fight with somebody, and if the guy who loses can acknowledge that he did, the guy who won can get over it and not hold it against him.
Right.
So when they're masculine displays of strength or whatever aggression, it doesn't have to be the end of the world. It's just the little guy, or not even the little guy, just the one who loses. If you keep coming back and opening your mouth, you're gonna get beat down until you admit that you lost. So
I got to tell you, after that rhythm guitar comment, I won. I'm just fucking telling you. I don't give a shit what was said for the rest of the night. Oh man, I wish I remember that. That's outstanding.
Well, there's this thing called replay.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to watch that show. I don't want to watch that show.
There have been podcasts that I was told ended in everyone chanting "fuck Jeff Adams," that I had to duck out on for whatever reason. And like even Matt, everybody's like, "Hey, did you watch the end of that podcast?" I was like, "No, I didn't." Oh, so Matt and I did, or Mark and I didn't realize that we were still on. We were just kind of chatting afterwards.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, might have said some things. Might have been kind of inflammatory since it's your show. I was like, cool. Yeah, no, I'm cool with it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go watch it, so we'll just move on. And then I was like, Mark checking, hey, Matt and I were talking. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. I don't care. You could all say fuck Jeff. It's just fine. It doesn't matter. Like, really? Yeah, I don't want to know. It's irrelevant. We all have our moments, and I have deserved more than anybody because I take the chance. I put myself out there, and I'm a flawed individual. That if the least you're doing is fuck him in unison, then we're okay. You didn't burn down my house. I don't really care. I'm sure I deserved it. Well, I don't know if you deserved it. We were drinking. I'm like, but then I definitely deserved it because that's when you're the most honest. If there are 12 people saying fuck me, fuck this guy, then it's cool. I'm okay with it. Doesn't matter. We're still friends. This isn't show friends. This is show business, motherfucker. www.theshelfhelpshow.com/fuck Matt and Mark. Check it out. If you want a dick doodle of your own, let me know. Selling them for $69.99, $49.99, $29.99. I don't know, $5. You want a dick doodle to entertain your parents? Just give me their names, basic scenario. I will make it nasty. Whatever you want. It's my new business. Just like I stopped selling Amway to my friends. I don't ask you guys to buy it. I found out how to sell to other people, and that's what I do. I'm going to be rich, biatch. Let's take a quick time out. We're going to look at some ghost videos, and then we're going to move on and talk about some creatures instead of videos that we can get us out of Missy's head before she falls asleep.
No, thank you. No.
Bye. That was my first logo. I made it. Did it look like the shape of my head?
Yes, it did.
Nice. That's all I was going for. When you're a little kid and people tell you you look like an eggplant, you got an eggplant head or egg head or flat face.
I had egghead. Egghead was mine. Yes.
You tell yourself someday I can be iconic. I was a 4-pound baby and I had a big head then. Can you imagine? My head is so big. That's it. That's all I got. All right.
Oh.
Hey, that I made a doodle about it. Oh yeah. You're welcome. Hey, what's up, Missy? How you doing? Want to pull your hair? I'm proud of you.
What videos you're gonna play there, buddy?
Your mom. All right, so let's look at some ghost videos.
She's got a ghost in her house. I don't know if you want to do that.
Baby has 3 a.m. visitor. Oh, that sounds fucking.
Oh, fuck, I hate the baby ones. Oh shit.
Look.
Do we watch this?
Yeah.
Could you do? Oh, do that again, please.
Ah!
Okay, so it was such a different angle. I wasn't looking at it the right way. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome because the baby saw it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good times. This is why Missy.
The music doesn't help. See, the music makes it so much worse.
This one's fucked up. This is bad.
Oh, I don't. Oh, this one's bad.
Is that a severed head? Oh, it looked like somebody was holding a severed head out. Then it came back. And then the old lady in the stuff walked.
Let's take the music. Let's take the sound off and just look at it. Jesus. Fuck.
You're just as bad, Jeff.
Wow. That's cool.
Oh no. Pan, come back and look. What the fuck? Oh.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Watch this. This is great. Shut the fuck up. Is this where he crossed over?
Oh, that gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Okay, nope, that was Nick. Hi, Nick. Oh, my whole back.
Don't worry, Missy. It'll be the same ones that give you nightmares.
Oh, look, Jeff, it's like your house.
Fuck me.
I'm scared because you had a jump one in the one group last time, and I don't like that.
You wake up like panic, turn the light off. What was that?
Yeah.
Why don't they ever leave you money for your teeth?
Fuck.
Oh, security alarm goes off. Let's check the camera. What the fuck was that? Skinwalker?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, just a couple more. We can talk about them. What is going on? Try not to look sus. Jeez Louise.
Just gone.
Can you imagine being in that car and you're like, what the fuck did I just see? Like your brain just fucks with you. Your brain tries to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, fill the length, let's go. I must be drunk. Security camera don't lie. Security camera don't lie. Colton still visits at 3 a.m. Cat?
Oh, yep.
Wait. Oh, it was a cat. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had some weird experiences since my cat died. rubbing against my fucking leg, like very clearly. Jesus. All right.
Huh.
Oh, I don't like the skinwalker ones.
What is that? What are those? Skinwalker is like a lost soul.
It looks like a person.
No, it's an evil.
A skinwalker can take on the shape of any animal.
And
so
some
it's like
people
a
have
demon
said
that takes on the shape
Yeah,
of an animal. So they transition between the two shapes.
they're people that do not do good. They're evil.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
We're called in to a disturbance.
Cuidado, Judá.
Jesus.
Cuidado, mano. Que é isso, mano? Caralho, mano. Que é isso, bicho? Caralho,
There's
mano.
nobody behind that freaking door, dude.
Mano, que é isso, bicho?
Oh, fuck that.
Caralho, mano. Bora, mano. Me livre, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano.
Wow. All right, police video. It's from their security cameras. Now the camera's on their body. Someone called in because of that noise. It was an abandoned house. Something's going on. Can you fucking imagine?
No. No, thank you.
Bicho, que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano. Que é isso, mano? Caralho, mano. Que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano. Mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano. Bora, mano.
Caramba.
Me livre, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano. Vai, mano.
You hear the panic in his voice?
Did he hit the light with his gun?
I don't know. I heard that tinkle of glass though. To hear the cop have that. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Vai, mano. Vai, mano.
I don't know.
They fucking run. Woo! The glass was up high. There was no low glass. The glass was up high in that door.
No. The lamp. There were lamps hanging when they were walking.
Ghost walking at 3 a.m. No, we don't want to watch that one. Let's watch it. Manifest walks to the bedroom. Someone's gonna get blowy. What do we see? You gotta watch close. Apparently, happens quickly. Catch it.
That's it.
I would like to be able to collapse this shit. Copy video address. Picture. Save video as. Alright, save my video. VLC file. Let's put in downloads. Pictures. Downloads. We'll get our own version so we can see it. Okay. No. Oh shit.
Now he has it and we don't.
Can you see it?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay. Come on. I don't know why it's showing up on the other window. That's irritating. Let me put this stupid thing over here and see what'll show up over there. Wiki.
Shut up.
What the fuck? This is what happened when you. That's a moth behind me, right? A moth.
Don't know. You're very small right now.
That's what she said.
Then get to sucking, and it'll get bigger.
That's right.
And that's what you said.
Ooh.
I solve that problem. Solve it.
That's it. You saw step 1, 2, and 3. I'm just saying.
All right. 120%. Well, we're not going to make the video any bigger no matter how much I fucking zoom. Fucking dumbasses. You stupid shit. I'm sorry. I get mad. Whatever. We don't want to look at your TikTok anyways. Ban TikTok and ban these motherfuckers. That's all the video you're going to give me? Oh, he's on a security camera. What are we supposed to do? I don't know. Enhance it, dickheads. Make it better. If you're going to scare me, scare me. I don't have to imagine what just happened.
Do cryptids now, right? Weren't you going to do cryptids?
That's not good. What?
I thought you were going to do like monsters next, like cryptids.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just...
Well, you only have 14 minutes, and I know that somebody is monitoring your bedtime during school days.
That's right.
Yep.
So for 7 hours yesterday, I actually felt fucking amazing.
Somebody in California is monitoring.
I had no edema in my legs, which is fucking great because apparently that's bad. Oh, weird. I didn't know that sleep or lack of sleep for 5 years would wreak havoc on your body.
Okay, whoa, don't go anywhere. Skinwalker caught on camera. Could you play that, please?
Where? Oh, here. No. Skinwalker. Realizes he's been caught. Where's the other one? Where?
I want to see how it's walking. No, the one you're...
The 101?
Yeah, that one. Yep. Yeah, I want to see that because the way that...
Oh, wait a minute.
What's there is a boar or a cow, and then in the wood. Okay, that was not what I thought it was going to be. So there's a lore out there that Bigfoots will walk on their toes and fingers. So that's what that angle it looked like. I was like, oh my God, is that something walking on its fingers and toes? That would be insane. But it wasn't great. Caught on camera.
Jesus. I'm jumping at his coughs now.
Sorry. What we got going on here?
Does it move or no?
Yeah.
Camera does.
Bigfoot had a tail.
Oh shit.
Oh
shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Like a Highland gorilla.
Wow. That was interesting. Huh.
If it jumps out at him, I'm gonna laugh.
Don't. I'm gonna thank God I went to the bathroom. Scream. Kind of looks like a big cat, though. It looks like a tail.
It's straight. It's straight.
I think that's the back leg, no?
Looks like a big cat to me.
Well, it's running on all fours, that's for sure, right?
Yeah. What with the effects?
What's that?
What the fuck with the music? The music kills me.
You're teaching these guys to look at the shape.
Thank you.
My fucking God. Put a face in there. Looks like an orangutan. It was still bigger. That's unsettling. Oh, Lord.
Holy.
Oh Lord, Chewbacca. We found Chewbacca. We're on Kashyyyk. Alright. Close up, rare footage. If this is true, why are they showing this shit on national news? Oh yeah, because they don't want us to know it's true.
It's on my shirt, right? Oops.
Close up, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh. God damn.
I grew up in the woods of Oregon, okay? Yeah. This should not scare me, but right now I am like, I never want to go in the woods at night again, ever.
Perfect pan shot. What the fuck is that?
Holy shit.
Oh, Jesus. Stop. No. I would shit myself. I'd be like, please, dear Jesus. Please. Can you pause this shit? Oh, not without it fucking up. Stupid. Ugh. That's unsettling. What do we got here? More Bigfoot guys? What the fuck?
Oh, God! No! Jump scares don't count.
No. It's gotta be a
that's
movie.
fucked up.
It's gotta be a movie scene. It's gotta be like Harry and the Hendersons or some shit, right?
Yeah, that's... No, I hate
That's
those ones.
That's a movie.
That's a football player in a costume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry. Oh no.
Their hashtags are Bigfoot captured. Stupid.
Russia.
Can you fucking imagine? You shit yourself. All right.
I was getting in my car here. Look, get ready to leave. There. It's right there above my finger, behind the tree.
Oh, it just moved, whatever it is.
I can see it, barely.
Oh.
Look.
Stop.
Fuck. Holy shit. Right there, look. It's going up the hill.
Oh, he's stumbling around. That's a guy in a suit.
Yeah.
Wait, he's stumbling up the hill.
What is that?
Yeah, and him not fucking screaming and running.
Where is
it? That's garbage. Alright, Bigfoot caught on film stalking elk. Tonight we're talking about Bigfoot and ghosts and video proof. Okay. Yeah, as we zoom in on the clip, you can see the white, gray hair and some other facial features. Oh, okay then. Let's do it. See what there is to see.
Oh yeah, it's moving.
It's a skinwalker.
Why does everything have to be a skinwalker?
Right.
Yeah, I would fucking run. Run fast. Not comfy. No bueno. Why is that all the tape they have? That makes no sense. 3 train victims that you've got on video. Bigfoot caught on dash cam.
What the crap? Did you see that? Yes. Holy crap. That was on 2 feet, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I was seeing things
Oh my goodness, please tell me we got that on audio or video. And anybody coming on my property and look for no good, I'm gonna shoot them. What the crap?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Oh,
right
yeah,
at the
walking
base.
across,
Yeah.
Yep.
Right at the front.
Yep.
Go.
Right there.
It's two forward-facing eyes, and it was closer. But it's...
Oh God! Goddamn motherfucker!
Oh no.
Man, it's standing.
Oh no. Oh, it's down. What's wrong there? What the fuck? No. Jesus Christ, it's sitting in there. I see it sitting. Don't you fucking...
I don't see it.
It's got a stick. Hey, fuck with a stick. That's a good idea. What is it? I don't know. Maybe a ginormous fucking beast.
Oh!
Oh, see, now that should be your natural reaction.
Yeah.
Red Yeti. I'm not kidding. That thing's it's coming over here. It's coming over here. Go inside.
That's no reaction.
Oh, dude, I
went down again. Oh my God, what is that? Someone get the flashlight. Go get the flashlight, Eric. Holy.
You must be hungry.
What the is that?
Nobody, everybody inside.
That was no reaction.
It's coming over here. It's coming over here. Go
and it
inside.
goes on all fours. That's crazy.
Oh, went down again. Oh my God, what is that?
I think the guy calls it
Someone get the
Eddie.
flashlight. Go get the flashlight, Eric. Holy. What the is that?
Nobody, everybody
Look
inside.
how fast at the end, right? It looked like it went on all fours. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Someone get the flashlight. Go get the flashlight, Eric. Holy. What the is that?
Nobody,
I'm
everybody
taking off. Go, go, go.
Like a gallop, right? Right? It's almost like a gallop.
Yeah, Bigfoot finally caught a video.
Oh, this is the Todd standing thing, I think.
So,
I thought the last one was fake too, but the one that
Yeah, it looked like
started
it.
galloping, that was fucking creepy, dude.
to recap, what looked the most real to you tonight on the videos?
Not the last one, but the two before it. I thought were looked pretty real. Especially the reactions of people looked very authentic.
Yes. Those little kids were like, oh yeah, like I want to go.
They're crying. Yeah.
Yeah. No child actor is that good. Like all he calls him look like an idiot all the time.
I mean, I knew I was a wuss and a baby and a sissy, but I like proved it to myself tonight when I like flung my earbuds out of my ears and screamed like a baby. Oh, fuck, man. Whoo! They got me.
Do you think some of it was manufactured for sure?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Especially the one with the big cage and the giant dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, his eyes never even blinked. His
They
nose.
look like a football player. Oh, good stretch. What about the ghost ones? Which one looked fake to you? Which one looked like had experiences? So
I mean, the door one was crazy.
yeah.
But I mean, you could explain it. Like if it was set up, you could explain it where there would be something that pushes the door or whatever, like where that plant was.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because you could see the ceiling, they showed you, but the arm connecting to it, that may have been a little motor, and it may have been just fucking swinging back and forth. I mean, I don't know,
Yeah,
but it was
my door's
creepy.
There's no wind, FYI.
So I don't know.
I've learned one thing, and since the internet, with all these videos and stuff, it is amazing the creativity of people.
Oh yeah.
The stupidity of people, and the time wasted to try to fake shit.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. It's astounding what people will do and
Right.
try to put off as real.
Right.
Nowadays, you can make me look like Donald Trump, fucking Hermione, and you'd think it was true. Yeah, that's hot. I know.
Well, I mean, they can make a man into a woman.
It's true. That's true. Go win some fucking NCAA sports. 430,000 collegiate athletes. That's it out of the country. 438,000. It's like 1.6%. 1.6% of the population represented by 0.6% of the population. There you go. Good job, people.
Yep.
Take the little man and make him littler.
Yep.
Take the hero and destroy him. Because if you can take the hero worship away, just like Stalin took God away, then you can worship the state instead.
Right.
No heroes allowed. They will take down the heroes one by one, the sports one by one. Watch it. Watch it. It's going to happen. After that is religion. That's got to go too. That's going to be the last bastion, is taking religion out.
Yep.
You have to have enough things to replace it. So, yeah.
So on that note, it is 12:03.
That's right.
Yep.
It's time to boogie, children. Thanks for watching. This has been the Shelf Help Show, Season 2, Episode 2. We did, what did we do?
Missing 411.
Missing 411. We did news, traffic, and weather, and then we did some paranormal fucking weird stuff. Just enough for you to have nightmares. So at least we lived up to what we said we were going to do, which is nice.
Yep.
And you got to look at my dick doodle at least 5 times.
Right.
Stay tuned for next show. John, when's the next show? Yeah.
That was my
I would say
question.
the next show is next Wednesday, the 30th.
A week from now. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So not Tuesday, Thursday anymore?
He
I
switched
cannot.
up for a little bit based on schedule.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
But
so Wednesdays.
Doesn't mean that we won't pop in if I'm feeling
correct. And then keep me in the loop because I will try to pop in as well.
I did like 7 days straight last week, and I realized how tired I was because I also work at least part time.
I realized I was a little elevated last week. Didn't realize it. Looked back and went, "Oh yeah. Why did no one slap this shit out of me?" Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I wonder why I'm so fucking tweaked out right now. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, if you let me know, I know you have a curfew now, but if you let me know a little bit later, whenever you're on, just shoot me, and if I can hop on, I'll hop on.
Right
so
on.
there are nights that I'll be able to. So
perfect, love it.
Cuckoo.
All right, your video on demand. Thanks for coming back and watching. Tell a friend, share. This one actually, the notes match the show, so it may not be like
finally
I needle in a haystack. This is insane. Hey, there's 2 funny parts. It's 7 hours long, so good luck.
May the force be with you. All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Thanks
you too.
for letting me on.
Missy, what's that thing that I usually say to end the shows?
What is that thing that you usually say to end the
Love
show?
one another and love yourself. Have a good night.
Love yourself. Good night.